Sublime magnificence. Hey guys, you know who it is, what's going on, when it's happening, where it's happening, why we're here today. How you doing? It is I, the sublimely magnificent picture of himself, Omari Ellis Bayo Grande on YouTube, back with another episode of This Guy Hasn't Seen. And as usual, I am joined by my co-host and runner-mate, one of my best friends in the world, El Director himself, Bill Smith.
Hey, Omari, thank you so much for having me back. As always, love being here, love doing this thing, trading these things back and forth.
Yes, sir.
May it be movies, TV shows, documentaries, musical performances, wrestling, all kinds of stuff. What did you bring us this week, sir?
This week, we decided to go to a well I hadn't gone to in a minute, personally, on this channel for a while, because we got real. I think we mentioned it, whatever. Bottom line is, I decided to piggyback off the idea where we had a superhero movie about a kid going to high school with, no powers. How's he gonna be a hero? I decided to follow that up with a anime about the same. And we decided to go with the first season and a half, so first two story arcs of My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia, from
Japan.
2016 forward. A superhero admiring boy, a superhero admiring boy enrolls in a prestigious hero academy and learns what it really means to be a hero after the strongest superhero grants him his own powers. It is created by Kohi Horikoshi, and yeah, I'm sure it's based off of a manga. Do you have any info on that?
Yes,
I would imagine it is.
the manga My Hero Academia from Shonen Jump, which a magazine that holds your One Pieces, your Naruto's, your Bleaches, all of those. It's
Okay.
part of one of the newer gen manga that popped up in the 20 teens. Hey, we had the big three era from when allegedly manga wasn't doing that well. Then three series kind of carried Shonen Jump worldwide popularity wise. Japan, a lot of other series got more of a chase. But the big three series, Bleach, Naruto, One Piece. But around the early to mid 20 teens, Bleach and Naruto ended, leaving just kind of One Piece sitting there. A lot of the other series that were like up and coming didn't seem like they'd have that longevity type deal. But then comes Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, My Hero, various other series where they're like, you know what, the next gen's gonna be fine. In fact, some of these series are gonna kill One Piece. We'll show you. I'm pretty sure all three series are over, but that is all to say what it is to say about that. The bottom line. And I'm reading the newest chapter of One Piece after we get done filming. But no, My Hero Academia, it got a lot of traction mid to late 20 teens when they started having their movies and stuff and having some of the later seasons. But yeah, I had heard a lot about it, didn't start watching it or give it a shot for real until about 2020 for obvious reasons. But ended up, you know, finding plenty that I liked and enjoyed about it. But I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna suggest a series, I'm gonna pick like between two or three and let Bill pick one. And we'll go with X number of episodes based on which series he picked.
Do you want to reveal what those were? Because I don't remember them.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part
Which we ended
3.
up doing. Oh, right, right. Okay.
Yeah, Part 3. To continue JoJo's. Um, this, and I think the other one I chose is like I want to say the first season of a soccer anime called Blue Lock
Okay.
because sports and stuff, which is
Because
another thing
sports
we
and
do on
stuff.
here, and just because it's a modern day like kind of popular thing. But I think those are the three, if not some other series instead of Blue Lock. But those were I picked three things, and I was like, all right, we're doing My Hero. So, Bill, had you heard of My Hero or anything like that?
I had definitely heard it
Hmm.
thrown around, but I couldn't have told you a lick about it.
Hmm.
Like I think at some point when we were chit-chatting about it, when we were selecting it, I was like, okay, is it superhero school? Like as
Yeah,
it as the
based on the
title
title.
implies. Um
Yeah.
and that's literally all I knew about it.
Hmm. Yeah, and in all honesty, I had chose Sky High based on the fact that we were doing this, and I had another movie, and I was like, "How about something with a similar theme going in?" And pick Sky High. I'm like, that's topical. But nonetheless, I guess we'll go ahead and get started because I'll talk about other stuff with my series like as we go on, obviously. But um, episode one begins. We get our premise pretty much. It's a world where like you guys know what X-Men is. People are born with powers, and society in the X-Men universe or the Marvel universe is like, we need to kill them all, or that's gonna be humanity in the future. Yeah, My Hero is pretty much a world where that's humanity in the future. It's largely people who are just born with powers and get them at a young age. And now I believe they said only 20% of the population is normal by this point. So it's been going on for a
Yeah,
minute
so the
and it
odds are
is.
you are going to get a power. It's just a question of
Mhm.
what your power is, how that manifests.
Yes. But but pretty much you have a 4 in 5 chance of getting some kind of superpower. But yeah, so as you get to the early start of the series, it's what are your, I guess, I don't know how exactly we're gonna go about this, but I guess we can go because I kind of have like general ideas of what each episode is in my notes. But
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure how I mean how if we want to just go episode by episode or just kind of
we can. Do you
general
kind of have a
discussion.
general episode separated?
Yeah, I mean, well, I have um I have a few things. But
Okay, I have it generally episode separated. So
yeah.
episode one, as you start off and you see this crying kid going, "Where Katya?" We decided to watch the English version. One, because
Hmm.
I hadn't seen the English dub, and two, because it's 2025. Who said modern day dubs have to be bad? That
Yeah,
said,
I thought this dub was good.
yeah. But as
And
you,
the dialogue was even tweaked a little bit because I also had the subtitles on. Um, and in I would say probably most cases, I actually kind of liked the American, and that's probably because of my American sensibilities in storytelling. But I liked the American the audio dialogue more
westernization.
more than the translation of the Japanese words.
Yeah. No, I can understand that. And for the most part, I agree with you. Like, oh, that sentence actually sounds a lot better there. Even though I hadn't thought about it before, I was just like, yeah, he just said something hard. And then they say it in English, and it's like, that actually flows better. Yeah. That's more natural sounding. I don't know why I didn't think of it that way. But yeah, so bottom line, we find out quick and early about Kachan and Deku, which if you're confused by names and stuff, Kachan, short for, is a nickname for the Deuteragonist, Lancer character, rival to the main character,
I
Katsuki
mean,
Bakugo.
they are screaming that this is going to be this kid's villain. Like that this kid is going to be a villain and like you're watching uh, the like from episode 1 through episode 5 until the story kind of expands a little bit larger. It is just screaming, you are watching the origin story of a hero and a supervillain.
This dude is a jerk. No redeeming qualities for real. Just bang, bang, bang. Oh, I have a question for you, just because I think it's funny. Just kind of a
Yeah.
general question. Um, who do you think, with the little bit that we've watched, who do you think my favorite character is? They definitely have been on screen during this.
Um, so I mean, you
It's a social
you could
experiment. It's a social
you
experiment. I'm just
could
curious.
your favorite character could be Bakugo.
Okay.
Um, because you roll like that sometimes.
You roll like that sometimes.
Um, oh goodness. It's it's got to be I'm gonna vote Icy Hot.
No,
Is it Bakugo?
no. However, everyone in their mama, when they were trying to get me to watch this, it's All Might. It's the American man who punches things
Oh,
really
I
hard and
wasn't
yells
even thinking
smash.
teachers, but if I was thinking teachers, I probably would have guessed Eraserhead.
Nah, it's big bad, Captain America mixed with the Hulk who punches things and yells smash. He punches real good.
Well, yeah, but he's kind of the Goku of this movie. That's why, or this show. That's
But
why I was like,
but for
he's
mo- for things for
Omari's
things
a
we'll get
Vegeta. Look
into.
for the Vegetas.
Well, you also got to remember. Well, what I will say, because initially when I first watched the series, which is kind of why I brought it up,
Yeah,
because everybody had told me so much I would be into Bakugo, and to be fair to them and to you, with what you just said, the motherfucker's power is explosions,
yeah.
and he's clearly the rival, if not the villain character, like you said.
Fueled by rage,
Yeah.
which
So
was
yes,
an
I
aspect
get
a
from a
long time
theme,
ago for you. Yeah.
but when the first episode starts and the first few episodes go, and all Bakugo does is be a dick to Deku, I'm like,
That's
I
why I didn't
have.
pick Bakugo.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
what I'm
like,
saying.
you
I'm like,
could
I
have,
have
but he
friends.
goes too far. He goes too far down the line. That's why I went
Yeah.
Shoto.
Yeah, I'm like Anger McBoom Boom, as I called him for a while. I'm like, I also, which at the same time, I'm like, yeah, if you tell me that a show has a character named Anger McBoom Boom, I'm probably gonna try to watch it. Oh, it's an angry guy with explosions. But I was pissed off early on because yeah, Kachan, as what's his name calls him, because like I said, his name's Katsuki Bakugo. Katsuki being the first name, Bakugo being the last name. A lot of the kids
Uh-huh.
are referred to by their last names in this show because customs in Japan. Like Midoriya is Izuku Midoriya's last name, but if you see him called Izuku, aka Deku, our main character, which Deku comes from a insult that Bakugo or Kachan, you know, uh
He takes it back. He declares it powerful.
because the cute girl said it sounded cool.
And then she's the only one who calls him Deku, at least for a while there. Um while we're playing this game, do you want to guess my favorite character
um,
of the 26 episodes that I've watched?
if it so because I've seen a lot of people say fucking Todoroki or Icy Hot, part of me was like, the death makes you say that. At the same time, thinking of like characters who have other cool things about them and stuff, and that I would say El Choco because of the fucking Ochako
I almost because
Uraraka, the gravity girl.
I hadn't
Yeah,
decided that, and I was looking at the list of characters, and I almost I almost chose
side of that or the
her.
Birdman.
Um,
Because he's a
uh,
Birdman. No, I'm kidding. I say it. No, Ochako would probably have been my guess, if
but
not Todoroki.
I actually am Midoriya.
Oh, okay.
I'm in Midoriya's camp on this one. Um, Todoroki is I think Todoroki, if I were to continue watching, Todoroki I could see becoming my favorite from what they've set up in like 22 through 26.
Yeah.
Um I fucking hate Bakugo. And yeah, and then I love the whole um I love the team from the sequence where the villains attack
Okay.
the villains attack the kids for the first time in training sequences. Um uh I really like that chunk of episodes a lot, and really liked kind of that crew floating around Midoriya, but
Yeah.
also just everyone who had a highlighted sequence in that I
Time
really
span.
enjoyed.
Mm.
There's a lot of the students here. They put a lot of effort into
Yeah.
building out some good characters. You get every I mean I don't know how to say I only know how to say Momo. Um
Momo.
but
Just I call her Momo, but yeah, Yao Yozaru.
I could see her being able to be a little bit more rounded as the episodes go deep, but she gets a lot of fan service moments, and not a ton of character depth. But
Mm.
otherwise, a lot of the people featured are really interesting.
Yeah. And yeah, the first episode we had what's his name talking about like, he gets bullied a lot, but he looks up to All Might because ever since he was a kid, he saw this YouTube video that would go on to become like 98% of his viewing material for the rest of his life, where
Yeah,
All Might saved 1,000 people or 100 people with his catchphrase. And I think All Might won me over as opposed to your typical Goku Supermans and stuff, which I don't hate them. I just happen to like the other characters more. But what happens with it All Might is I kind of like his catchphrase of the whole everything's okay. I'm here, or stop worrying. I'm here. I've arrived. I'm him. And then he delivers on it pretty much every time we see him. Every time he needs to do something, that motherfucker All Might gets it done. He's that dude, and everyone tell like that's the thing. If everyone in your series is gonna tell me that that's that dude, and then all I see him do is prove them
be
right.
that dude.
Yeah, he proves them right. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I probably
I
wouldn't
don't know
watch
if
the
I don't
same
know if the
YouTube
anime
video
is
every night.
clear. I don't know if the anime is ever clear on like does is he are him and Deku required to yell something for their power, or is that just something
No,
both of them do for fun?
they are not, to my knowledge.
Okay.
It's
They can do it
the
silently at
anime.
different points.
Yeah, just the anime 101, yell your moves, it's cooler. Also,
And then All Might has a specific thing gag of yelling a location, an
yeah,
American state.
American location and Smash, which Deku, as the series goes on, continues. There is at one point a St. Louis Smash.
Hey now.
Yeah,
Well, there's already been a Missouri.
yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it earlier today, as we're recording this. Um, like you can in your mind pretend that DC is now a St. Louis company because you have Jim Lee, who's almost as high as you can get on the comic side, on the paper side of things, and then James Gunn is the literal studio executive of the film end of things. Both gentlemen from St. Louis.
I did not know that either of them were.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. They're both from St. Louis. They're from Manchester area, like
Makes
Parkway,
sense.
uh, Parkway zone. Um, yeah, yeah. So I was just random. I was like, oh man, like DC is kind of a St. Louis company right now
Yeah.
in both of its facets, like the entire company.
Yeah, and that's awesome. But yeah, we see that superheroes are pretty much a profession now, which also leads into why you would want to maybe yell out names of moves because you can get merchandise and all that stuff. You get merch sales. Literally, the cops still exist, but everybody's got superpowers. So, and Deku wants to be a superhero like his buddy All Might. One problem though, no superpowers. He's in the 20%.
Yeah, he's been waiting since he was like 4 to like
Yeah.
for any day these powers are gonna pop right out.
Generally at age 4, you start getting powers. But by the time Deku turned 4, he didn't, and they had done enough research to be like, oh yeah, you need a certain number of joints in your pinky toe to have superpowers, to be a different evolution of humanity. You don't have that joint in your pinky toe. You're normal. So it sucks to just have that. Here's the hard science. We've actually studied it. No powers for you.
Enough people have died that we've randomly figured out that superheroes are actually an evolved human that also doesn't need this joint in their pinky toe anymore.
But so he's sad about that. We see the early shit like your Mount Lady and Kamui Woods shit, the wood guy and the giant bit. Oh, not giant bitch, but giant lady. Which you talk about fan service. That's her whole gimmick when she comes
Right.
out there. Um, and yeah, then meanwhile, there's this creepy slime guy that takes over people, tries to take over Deku, saved by All Might. And you don't meet your heroes, right? Because he's like, All Might, you saved the day. Yeah, can I be a hero? Nah, you ain't got superpowers. Also, look at my real form. When he shows himself fucking decrepit with the wound, I was like, oh, yeah, I probably would have had a big dream shattering moment just seeing, like, wait, what? That's the real All
Yeah,
Might?
he's having a bad day and he lays into him a little bit. It's like
Yeah.
this life sucks and you want to do it without superpowers, it's not gonna fucking happen, bro.
Yeah, he's like, I'm All Might. And you see this, which, and one of the things that I keep forgetting every once in a while is like, he's not just Japan's number one ranked superhero. No, he's the world's number one ranked
hmm
superhero. Like, everyone worldwide. That's the motherfucker who punches hard and yells American things. But, yeah. But due to their talking and his fanboying, Slime Guy gets free, captures Bakugo. Enter like episode 2, Dream Crush. Now Deku's all sad. But Bakugo, his power's explosions. And even though the guy's like, hey, I tried to take over that quirkless dude earlier, you actually got superpowers. I'm gonna possess somebody and be crazy. Bakugo, for what it's worth, doesn't go down without a fight with the explosions and stuff. Like Deku even points out when he eventually finds him, like he's like, I thought I was gonna suffocate after like 20, 30 seconds. This guy's been fighting for minutes on minutes on however long on end. No superhero can help. Mount Lady's too fucking big. Kamui Woods is made of wood, so too much fire. Random strong dudes like, I'm strong, but not strong enough for a goop. And All Might is very hurt and out of energy. He can't keep his buff form anymore because of the giant wound. But you know who does try to save them? Young Izuku Midori. Because he
Yeah.
sees his buddy, Kachan, about to die, looking like he's begging for help. And, you know, he can't save the day because he has no powers, but he still tries to do stuff.
Yeah.
making All Might feel like a douche for sitting there being wounded. And he's like, no, I needed to be helping regardless. Who cares about the thing to me? I'm fucking All Might. And literally changes the weather. I think that's what happened with me watching the series. Where it's like episode two, and he punches this motherfucker so hard it changes the weather. And then make sure to get the photo op. The fucking theme that plays every time All Might comes in. Yeah, All Might. Deuces. But freaking All Might finds Deku. Well, first Bakugo finds Deku, and Bakugo clearly has issues, and he's like, "You didn't save me. I didn't want to be saved by you." Blah blah blah. Storms away. But All Might finds a Deku, and he's like, "You know what? I misjudged you. You can be a hero. Of course you can. You moved. You. Every hero has this thing. Their body moved. They had some moment in their life where their body moved before they had the idea to think so. You just did that. That's the mark of a hero." Which takes us into level three, where episode three is like, "I'm gonna feed you my hair, and you're gonna get my superpowers." Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta train first, because if you take my superpowers, your arms and legs will explode off.
Yep.
That's that sounds crazy, but has him clean a beach, when all the training from moving all the
His
heavy
skinny buff.
trash. Yeah, he gets the skinny buff going on. I like his rage, like his cheer of victory when he finally cleaned the beach. Only thing that I thought was disappointing about the dub in that moment is in the Japanese thing, All Might has a tendency to randomly speak English. Like, just have random English words in his, Japanese speech. But just when it zooms in on his face, he's like, oh my, goodness, as he transforms to himself. Which I was just like, oh, oh my goodness. But at the same time, I did like the replacement where he's like, holy super crap. And he's like, yeah, all right. The exams, because Deku wants to get into the best school in the country, and so does Bakugo. Bakugo wants to be the only person from his school to ever go to this place because reasons that we'll get into eventually. Deku, however, wants to get into it because he wants to be like All Might. Um, and Deku's like, I gotta go to the entrance exam. All Might's like, we ain't got time. Eat this hair. You gonna take my powers because I'm running out of energy anyway and getting old. But go to the school. No time to learn how to use them. Learn it on the fly, but be careful because it may hurt. Okay. I don't have the powers now, though. No, you got to digest it. You ate a hair. It's got to. Okay. Goes to the exam, meets a girl out front, Ochako, little
Are we
gravity
gonna go
girl.
through the
I'm trying to.
entire
I'm
plot?
trying to skip. I didn't go
I mean,
like,
just think about it the
oh,
same way we do a movie. We don't
stuff.
go through
I
like,
mean, we could.
you know,
At the same time, we
I'm just
kind of
saying we
do
can
with
be
the
a lot more
movies.
casual about it. Like he's literally
Uh,
just like blowing through the
yeah, has the exam.
um
Uh,
no, so let's talk about that fight.
yeah,
It's a big the big robot fight. You got to earn
yeah,
points. Um that's really you start to see all of the students' powers. Those are really cool. Uh
yeah,
Bakugo once again, like not Bakugo, Deku. Like, see, that's why I had to choose him as my favorite character, is the same reason why All Might had to choose him, is because of those moments, like those hero moments that All Might talks about. And
yeah,
yeah, he gets another killer one here, where yeah, we find out that it just shatters his body.
yeah. Because there's like the super robot that no one's supposed to be able to beat. and because you need, and it's not worth points anyway. You're supposed to run, but to save
Right.
the girl, he gets up there and punches the shit out of it. That it's no more,
Yeah.
and
Literally
every.
earns no points by it because you're not even it's not even designed to be killed.
But yeah, his arm and leg exploded. His leg exploded to jump up that high. And then his arm, well, not exploded, but broke. It turned like,
Hmm.
and every time he breaks his shit, it turns like purple so you can know what he broke. And his leg is just flopping, and his arm is just gone from him doing the jump and stuff as the powers kick in. And yeah. Um,
Yeah, that's that was cool. And then that leads to learning to being introduced to Recovery Girl.
yeah.
That's really fun. Her character entirely. And then yeah, I think one of the last scenes I've seen her in is just like, and I'm done. Figure out a new way to do this because we can't just keep breaking this boy. That was really cool. I really like her character a lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we get there, and
Like the next,
the
like
next
the
scene,
next
pretty
thing
much,
that
he gets
is
accepted to the
like
school.
right is the next thing is like Eraserhead's trial exams. You find out like he gets
Yeah.
into a class. He's not being taught by All Might in his like main homeroom kind of thing.
Hmm.
It's this dude named Eraserhead, and he is introduced as a douchebag, and he's gonna make everybody show off his powers. Like there are a lot of notes between what was it? Not
Yeah.
how I wanted to call it how high. Sky
Sky
High.
High and this.
Yeah, lot of
Yeah, a lot
similar
of
like
similar notes.
this is kind of the gym teacher's scene.
Yeah,
Um
the quirk assessment. You get to meet a lot of the other characters, and yeah, all the other random superpowers that is in the class.
is this where he blows up his arm again, or is this where he figures out that he can like just roll the power off of the tip of his finger?
He's getting ready to throw the ball because he can't pass anything else. And he's about to blow up his arm, but Eraserhead reveals his powers where he can erase other people's quirks and stops him because he's
Right.
like, "Hey, you can't just blow up your arm every time you want to do something because Recovery Girl exists. Find a way to use your power for real or I'm expelling you." Try not to make yourself useless after every time you fire your power. And so he has to learn on the moment to maybe I just sacrifice a finger. Um, and yeah, which is about the time what's his name finds out that Deku has a quirk, Bakugo, which leads into pretty much the next class where they have it's an All
Right,
Might
because
class.
Bakugo
Yeah,
missed
Bakugo was in a
Deku.
different group. He was in a different group of the exam, which, much to his chagrin, because he wanted to crush him.
I really like Ada. Yeah, I like I said earlier, I like all of the class basically except for Bakugo. Um, the the tiny sticky ball comedy relief
Yeah.
character. He is serving his role, and
He serves his role, but his role for a good I'll say for a good like 90% of the series annoyed me just because he goes a little bit too crazy with the perversion at some points as the series
oh
goes
yes,
on.
yes, he is definitely the series' horn dog.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, they don't even draw him the same. Him and the Frog Girl are like from a different anime and inserted into this one. Um, I really like the belly button guy.
He's so fucking
His
self-absorbed with
character is
everything.
hilarious. Uh, um, Yeah, I like Midoriya's potential future girlfriend.
Hmm.
Um, I'm like it's around this point in the series where I kind of start waiting for a different shoe to drop
Yeah.
that I don't know if it's coming at this in talking in full scope of the 26 episodes we watched. I don't know if it's coming or if it's just or if this is just what it is, but like it's at this point where I'm like, okay, Bakugo is so far on the other level of the extreme that something's gonna happen. Like somehow like something's gonna flip to where like actually we're watching the origin story of the superhero and the supervillain, but it's the other
Uh-huh.
way around, um, or something like that, or he die, or like character dies, and you actually were seeing one of these other characters. There's also a part of me that's wondering in the back of my head, is this even Midoriya's story?
It's the
Um,
story of how he became the number one hero.
well, I know the credits tell me that, but I'm this is me questioning if the credits are gonna lie to me because it's like especially in the games.
Yeah.
I really start to wonder like is this somebody else's series? Are they
Hmm.
are they are they season one Games of Thronesing me? Is Deku Ned Stark? You know, not necessarily that he could die, but just like, the torch could be
No.
passed.
Hey, to be fair, I recommended one other like series that we've watched about that many episodes of, and that kind of happened.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that'll happen a lot in storytelling sometimes. So it's like two episodes into school where I'm kind of like starting to get that vibe that really only increases to where I'm still I don't know how many episodes are beyond what we watched, and I don't know if
Uh-huh.
it's ongoing. Um, that's
Te
kind of
Technically, there's like, as far as what's in the manga or left of the manga, there's probably one more somehow 13 episode season left. I thought they could have just ended and caught up with the manga when they were doing the last season because of where they're at. I'm like, how do you have a whole like 13 episodes more info? So pretty much the series is just the anime series is just about over, but they have like side stuff because it's a big brand.
mhm.
But some of those questions, like the Bakugo path and stuff, get answered as time goes on. Um, but yeah, speaking of which, All Might class, we find out what an All Might class is, and it's let's fight each other.
Right. Yeah, that's a cool sequence. That's a cool sequence. Yeah.
And we get our first glimpse into the mentality behind the Deku and Bakugo thing. And naturally, as it shouldn't, because he's the bully, especially at this point in the series, Bakugo's not painted in the best light here. But they do kind of hint at like this is a kid who, since he was born, everybody's told him how great he is. And the second he got explosion powers, they really told him he was the best. And this is like age 4. He's like, yeah, I am better than everybody. And one of the main constants in his life was, this kid that really looked up to him, Deku, who had no powers.
And he enjoyed
And
shitting on a little bit.
yeah, and it was kind of like his also I feel like his validation to himself that he is, superior because people like Deku exist.
Hmm.
And like Deku, it doesn't matter what you do, you'll never be on my level. You'll never be on my level. But Deku would do things that even though Deku did look up to him like everybody else on the planet, Deku would do things that in his mind got interpreted as looking down on him. And he's like, you ain't shit and you look down on me. And that ain't right, and it ain't right to bully people. But that kind of starts the whole bullying aspect between them. But
Hmm.
Bakugo, whether it's Deku or anybody, he's a very abrasive individual to say the least. Hey,
Considering how I just left him, yeah, the image burned in my memory of Bakugo is insane. Like
hey. But they have their they have their test, and Bakugo is thinking now because here's this useless person, Deku, suddenly has a superpower that's strong as shit. Everyone in the class doesn't really seem to like Bakugo either. Everybody does like Deku. So he's
hmm
also losing in popularity despite him supposed to be this dude. By the way, the Kats or Katsu in Katsuki,
hmm
I'm pretty sure it's the same as like victory. Like the man literally is it's like naming your kid winner. And then they happen to win all the time. They're going to get an ego type
Yeah.
deal. Uh, but he gets bodied by Deku and gets humiliated in front of the class. Because he thought Deku, and he still keeps thinking that Deku has just been really pitying him the whole life. Like, I don't have any superpowers. Keep thinking you're good.
Right. Yeah. He's insane.
Like, so, but Deku, like I said, humiliates him in front of the class, wins with a pretty cool plan. Um, and he gets his just
Humiliates him
desserts.
in Bakugo's eyes.
I mean, he beat him.
Well, yeah, but he just beat him. It's not like he was like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like he teabagged him or anything. He didn't set out to humiliate him. He just won. The same sentence is Deku won the match against Bakugo.
Well, all I know is everyone was impressed with Deku, and no one was impressed with Bakugo's skills after the
Hence
fight.
why I almost picked Bakugo for your favorite character.
Yeah, I'm just saying he lost. He got humiliated. Like the person who shined out and who shined as the better person in that fight was Deku. That's all I'm saying. And I said he justfully got his humiliated. And then he got further humiliated, sit the fuck down, when he saw how powerful fucking Todoroki is, who got into the school on recommendations. I don't care if you were the best at the practical exam. Nigga, I didn't even need to take the exam. What's a robot? That's Shoto. And yeah, Shoto's fucking broken. Like, ice, wind. That's my character. You haven't seen me before this episode, for real, for real. But I win. But yeah, that little whole part was cool. But end of the day, we move on to fucking the incident at USJ
Right.
where we're doing some other field saving exercises. And Bakugo does have a moment where he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to find a way to surpass you then if you better than me all of a sudden. So he makes it his life goal to surpass Deku. Anyway, USJ incident happens. We're gonna practice saving people. Oh shit. Here are a whole bunch of villains just teleporting themselves in. And they body both of the teachers that are here almost instantly. Fuck. But yeah, like you said, everyone gets separated into groups by the villains. Ida goes
hmm
to run and go to run and find some help after some people help him up there. And we get to get a hero, not hero, but like a leadership moment with Deku
Yeah.
where he takes the frog girl Sue and Mineta, the great boy, and he's like, we got to come up with a plan to do this. He actually thinks of one. It actually kind of cracks me up that he does the whole, all right, we're gonna jump into action. What would Kacha and yell? Oh, hey. I'm like, and yeah, they go into there, they start fighting back against the villains, but there's the main leader of these villains is this guy with hands on his face. aka
Creepy ass fucking dude.
Shigaraki. Were you able to pick up on what his quirk is?
Um, like it's the cracking thing. I don't know if he's I don't know how it's associated to the hands. But yeah, I don't. Is it like
Disintegration.
okay? I was thinking either disintegration, dematerialization, or if they wanted to go really odd and specific, it could be like super dehydration is what
Yeah.
that animation could be depicting.
Yeah.
You know, of just like
Yeah.
sucking, but then he doesn't feel very wet, and I feel like that character would feel either very dry or very wet.
He does
Um,
seem very dry though.
yeah, I guess he does.
Because it'd be like itchy
Yeah, he's always
face
scratching
all the
himself.
time.
But yeah,
So,
okay, it's disintegration.
yes. And yeah, he's a problem, but so is this big thing he brought with him. And it's giving everybody a bad time. They're trying their best. They Eraserhead. Oh, almost forgot about his goat-like moments during this whole thing,
Mm,
where he's
yeah.
like soloing all the fucking bad guys as best he can because they're like, oh yeah, his power. He can only stop one person's quirk at a time. Yeah, but he's still beating all 40 of you because he knows who to even bother stopping with, and just like boop 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 boop.
Yeah. Because he's
Uh
still that dude and just in like lots of other ways on top of his
exactly.
quirk.
Exactly. He's like, yeah, I don't have the flashy quirk, but I also gotta know how to deal with people whose
I
quirk
also
I
can fuck
can't
a dude
turn
up.
off. Yeah. And so he starts bodying people, but eventually this big thing called a Nomu beats him down, does some fucking orbital damage to him. The kids try to save him. Shigaraki damn near kills Frog Girl, but stops because Racerhead is a true hero, even if it's gotta put him down. But it bought just enough time for the fucking door to blow open. Because it's fucking no more need to worry. I'm here. It comes in, and this Nobu is a problem. It's like we made it to beat you, All Might. It absorbs shock. This motherfucker, All Might. Like
52, 52 attacks. 52 100% attacks, but 52, which All Might said in his younger years would have been 5.
yeah, it's like 352 attacks
Oh,
this
it's
time.
352?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he's like, I would have beaten 5 in my younger days. But when he had some cool moments. I did like Shoto and Deku having to save him or whatever. You see the first shot of our like three dudes kind of working together and Hard Boy's there too. Uh, but yeah, when he finally beats that thing and he's just like, you, people say it's our catchphrase, but it's time that you know what it means. Blah 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 blah. Go beyond. Oh, so true. Like he's just like, oh, you were made to match me at full strength? Then I'll just fight harder than that. What do you mean you'll fight harder than that? I go beyond plus
Yeah,
ultra.
I'll go to 105%. That's impossible. Fuck you.
Fuck you, I'm All Might. Does the fucking pose at the end, saves the day, and fucking what's his name eventually has to run because Ida brings the other superheroes, one of which who shoots him like 8 times. That was it was just blap 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 blap. So they had to run, which is good because All Might was about to run out of power. But that pretty much, yeah, we get the first like 13 episodes. That's like the first season or so.
Yeah.
And we find out near the end of it, one, Todoroki, not Todoroki, Shigaraki has a master, and two, apparently some creepy dude is standing on rooftops with a weird tongue and a sword and shit. He's probably gonna end up mattering somehow. At least the after credits thing is like, see you in season 2.